You guys ready for another week of Miami just getting absolutely obliterated in the media? Can't beat anybody good. We're not going to talk about the Bills losing to the stupid Patriots or anything, but Miami's going to get crushed all week long. And I actually just got a call from an unknown number. I opened it up. It was the refs. Miami just got a 5-yard penalty to start next week's game. Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to today's sponsors, starting with Goldfine and Bowles, lawyers for the injured. Personal injury, workers' compensation, those are their two things, but any sort of legal advice, they're the people to call. Give them a phone call, 309-673-5144. Tell them we sent you, okay? And I'd also like to shout out SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video as well. Use promo code PlaybookSports on their website to get $20 off your first purchase of $30 or more. Let's get back to the video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Playbook Sports Podcast. This is Nate coming back at you guys with a Miami Dolphins review video of Sunday Night Football where the Miami Dolphins fell to the Philadelphia Eagles 31-17. Not a pretty game, and I'm just going to get this over with right away. We're going to start with this and be done with it. The referees yesterday throughout the NFL were horrible, just in general. I mean, just go watch the Browns-Colts ending. Awful. There's just no way that an NFL team played a perfect game. No penalties like the Eagles did. Also, that referee grew up 60 miles from Philadelphia, already been suspended for unethical refereeing. What the fuck is he doing refereeing Sunday Night Football games, essentially in his hometown? What are we doing? That's terrible. Just blatant missed calls that in favor of the Eagles, and just nothing for the Dolphins, man. Hard to watch. Very frustrating. I'm done talking about the refs. Over it. Moving on. Just in general, an ugly game. Philadelphia completely out-physicaled Miami. Just bullied them at the point of attack all game long. Damn it. That tush-push play, the brotherly shove, if that isn't the most annoying shit to face in the entire world. If it's 4th and 1, 4th and 1.5, maybe even 4th and 2, they're going to get it, guys. They're going to get the first down. It's unstoppable because you cannot out-leverage them the way that they do it. You just can't. I mean, we played it as well as you could play it, and we have some big boys in that defensive line, and there was no stopping it. If they have a third, and I said it all night during the game, if it is a third and medium, you have to stop them from making it 4th and short. You have to force an incomplete pass. You cannot give them the quick, easy stuff because they are going to successfully run the brotherly shove and get a first down. And if I have to look at Nick Sirianni's smirking face one more time as he's giving the refs knucks and, slipping a couple 20s in their pockets all night long. Ugh, just frustrating game to watch. Couldn't get anything going. Very, very hard to win a football game when you're missing your starting left tackle, starting left guard, and starting center on the offensive line. And Liam Eichenberg, he rolled a snap back to Tua. He was just absolutely bullied up front. The Eagles' defensive line is very, very good. Jalen Carter was every bit the game wrecker I said that he could be. When he was an X factor, that was very, very serious. I mean, his numbers aren't always going to show up in the stat sheet. He had only 1 tackle for a loss, but he constantly pushed the pocket. And I think Eichenberg was afraid to get punched in the mouth by him all night long because the snaps were so dodgy. I mean, so many plays were blown up because of poor snaps. We need our Connor Williams back. And then we're going to have to put Liam Eichenberg at left guard because we just lost Isaiah Wynn for a period of time. We went up against a relatively healthy Eagles team with a very beat-up team. Xavier Howard out, so that means we're missing our 1, 2, and 3 corners going up against these guys. And our corners did an okay job. Eli Apple got absolutely picked on. At this point, can we please just play Cam Smith? What are we doing? Fangio. There's no way what Eli Apple is doing is better than what Cam Smith could do. And at least Cam Smith can get some valuable learning and some reps. I mean, my goodness, Eli Apple was jogging after Dallas Goedert, just getting burnt by a big old slow tight end. I know it's National Tight Ends Day, but you don't have to give him 10 yards separation. You just don't. That's not necessary. That was frustrating to watch. Couldn't get anything going on the ground. Miami couldn't. Obviously, when you're missing all those offensive linemen against Philly, that's tough. Only 45 yards rushing, -7 in the first half. Lowest in an NFL game since like 2009, I think I saw. Horrible. I'm glad we didn't abandon it. It just seemed that every time we started to get any sort of momentum rolling at all, there was a flag. It just so happened that way, man. It was so frustrating to watch and so hard to watch. Tua with a nice touchdown pass to Tyreek, who had 11 for 88 and a touchdown, just getting into the stats here. Tua's pick, there was obviously illegal contact by the linebacker on Raheem Mostert. He's got an arm wrapped around his shoulders. Raheem is unable to come back to the ball, so that should have been a flag, and I was begging for it during the game. It wasn't. At that point, you should have probably just thrown it away. The play wasn't there. Tua, I understand trying to make a play, but at that point, you're only down 7. Got to do something there. honestly, I was proud of how the Miami defense played, genuinely. The defense did their thing. They had a touchdown. Jalen Phillips was awesome, fighting through multiple holds. David Long Jr. got wrapped up around the neck and still fought through. He was playing great until he got knocked out. Hopefully him and Javon Holland are both okay and able to go because, damn, I mean, we've got an all-star team on the injury list right now. We've got to start getting healthy. We've got 2 more weeks until our bye. We need it badly. Would have loved a bye this weekend to just kind of recover. But yeah, like I said, nothing going on the ground, just nothing going in general against the Eagles offense. That's what happens when your offensive line is bullied and your timing. It's a timing offense. The Miami Dolphins offense is a timing offense. And if people aren't in the right spot, if the timing is interrupted, we're in trouble. And that's what it was. We were in trouble. They bullied us. We have to have good offensive line play for this offense to work, as do most offenses. It's hard to play good offensive football without an offensive line getting any sort of a push. Defense was opportunistic, multiple sacks, had 3 sacks, 4 TFLs. The problem was we'd get home past their offensive line that our D-line was getting pressure all day, but Hurts was able to extend plays just long enough to where A.J. Brown was able to get open. And kudos to A.J. Brown for getting open all night. He has been on a tear recently. I think 5 or 6 straight games with 125-plus receiving yards, and last night, 10 for $137 and a touchdown. He was awesome. The guy is very hard to cover, and Kader Kohou, God bless him, he did his best, but he was beat. That's hard. That's a tough matchup. Now, put Jalen Ramsey on him and Xavier Howard out there. It's a different story, but guess what? They weren't there, so who cares? Jalen Hurts was okay. Nothing spectacular. 23 of 31, 279, 2 touchdowns, and the interception to Jerome Baker. Their running attack only averaged 2.9 yards a carry. We stopped them on the ground. Honestly, their offense didn't blow us away. They didn't blow anybody away. They haven't done it all year. They just played good complementary football. They didn't have to keep up with us. I did correctly predict Philadelphia's score in the game preview. When I said they would put up 31 points, I just figured our offense would score more than 10. But that's what happens when you're down 3 starting offensive linemen, man. It's so hard to get anything going. Hopefully we get another opportunity to play them at the very end of the season. Never know, but I'd love to play this team when both sides are fully healthy. Although the Eagles did just get Kevin Byard from the Titans for a bag of chips and an IOU ticket, so that's a pretty good trade there for the Eagles. But I'm not going to dwell on this game. It's a tough game in one of the most hostile environments in the entire NFL, if not the most hostile environment in the entire NFL. Went in there with a bunch of backups and tons of dudes on, and we were tied in the fourth quarter, a chance to go take the lead in this game. Like, we were right in this game with them the whole time. Yeah, it was a 14-point loss, but I'm very proud of how the team played, especially the defensive side of the ball. I really do think our defense is starting to get going. Get a couple of those pieces back, and we're going to be flying around. So let's put it behind us. It's a big week. I know the Patriots stink. They just beat the Bills. So Patriots coming to Miami this week. Keep your eyes out for that preview video. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good game. I hope we come out and make the Patriots hurt for what just happened against Philly, and then we get ready for Kansas City. But I swear to God, cannot be looking ahead to Kansas City. Let's deal with New England the way we know we can, and then we'll focus on the next week, okay? 1 week at a time here. So far, I am perfect on my Dolphins season prediction. I had us at 5-2 at this point with losses at Buffalo and at Philadelphia, 2 very hard places to play. And Monday Night Football is going on right now as I'm recording this late Monday night, and the Niners are losing in Minnesota. It's hard to win games on the road, and if everybody just wants, until Miami wins a game on the road against a top 3 team in the NFL, I just won't believe in them. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's nice the Eagles get to host the Dolphins, get to host the Bills, get to host the 49ers. Man, Eagles lucked out with their schedule this year and where they get to go and who they get to play at home. But good on them. Eagles won this game. They were the more physical team. That's all I have to say about this, and we'll see you guys later in the week for the preview video and our picks video and everything else that we'll do throughout this week. So we'll see you guys later.